All right, off week workout number 2. If you have the hammer, keep using the flow after you've warmed yourself up. If you don't, we're working on bears and crabs. 15 minutes of playing around with good technique on bear crawls and crab walks, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. If this causes pain and discomfort in certain areas, ask yourself the question, does it hurt because I'm bad at it, or does it hurt because something is wrong? Because they're two different things. If it hurts because there's something wrong, then, stop. But if it only hurts because you're not good at it, stop it. Get good at it. Then, we're doing something in training today called death buys. It's easier to do this in the off week because everybody's on their own. A death buy is an EMOM interval of increasing rep counts, okay? And we've got 4 movements here, but on minute number 1, let's take in the first example, you're gonna start with lunges. We're gonna do 2. You can do them forward or back, you can do them walking, doesn't matter to me. But minute goes, 2 lunges. Next minute goes 4, 6, 8, and it keeps going up. The lunges are gonna build by 2. You're going to do them until you can no longer do the reps in the time. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So number 1, we're gonna do lunges, give yourself a couple of minutes to rest. Then we're gonna do mountain climbers, Russian twists, and squat outs. Squat outs, I'll show you in the video, but it's kind of a 2-for-1. Mountain climbers, you're gonna go up by 4, and these are all on quick count, so each knee counts as 1. Russian twists, you're gonna go up by 2, so left, right gets 1. Yeah, let's take a look at the movements.
Okay, crab walks. We've turned the bear crawl upside down, as silly and simple as that sounds. So I'm looking to move both in a feet lead position and in a hands lead position. And I'm not trying to get my hips super high in this. I just don't want them scraping the ground. So if I start in a position like I'm getting ready to do a sit-up, all I'm gonna do is put my hands beside my hips, raise my glutes up, and now, if I walk my feet a little closer, I'm in a pretty comfortable crab walk ready position. I'm gonna reach out with a foot, move with the hand, out with the foot, move with the hand. So there's the crab walk. Do not be surprised if your triceps fatigue really, really quickly and you find yourself thinking, man, I was much stronger when I was a kid. You are, but we don't ever spend time in this position, which is why it's a good idea to spend time in it now. Okay, bear crawls. You can do these with the mat like we did at camp last week, or you can find a distance, something a little bit longer, and go for it. But climb it forward, climb it back. The goal is that the knees stay within 3 inches of the ground and your spine is relatively neutral. I'm trying to keep my shoulders over top of my hands and then step hand opposite foot, hand opposite foot. Get the timing of it down rather than trying to go fast. Bear crawls. Okay, so we're working on a walking lunge. You can walk these forward or you can walk these back. Just know as you're... All right, we've got walking lunges. You can choose to walk these forward or backward. If you choose to walk them backward, balance is going to become more of an issue. But the thing to bear in mind is I want my foot position to stay at parallel to one another. So lunge on the train tracks. Don't let yourself end up on a balance beam. So starting in a forward walking lunge position, I'm going to aim a little bit out, get low enough so that my knee is within 1 inch of the ground. You don't have to make contact if you're worried about whacking it. And then the goal is step directly into the next lunge. So if I'm stepping here, I don't want to match. I want to continue. Okay, and you can step the same thing back, right? Looking for the feet to stay hip width apart the whole time. Keep the spine as tall as possible in the bottom position. We do not want this, okay? Get up tall and drive it through, even if that limits your rep count, okay? Okay, mountain climbers. The hardest part about a mountain climber is keeping your hips from drifting up and getting you to a point where you're almost doing like a downward dog, inverted high knee hybrid monstrosity. So we're looking for front leaning rest, start of a push-up position. I'm gonna bring my knee up between my hands or as close to as I can get. Aim between sternum and navel if you can get that line broken. And we're gonna do a quick switch. So left, right gets 1, left, right gets 2. the goal is not to hop, but to move your feet fast. So if I'm in this mountain climber position, this push-up position, if I bring this up, 1, 2, 3. So the toe is touching here, okay? But what I'm not doing is jumping, switching, jumping, switching. I'm trying to stabilize and move fast and move fast, okay? So that's what you're gonna focus on in that one. Keeping the hips down, keep the glutes squeezed, and it'll get there. Okay, Russian twists. The goal here is gonna be get fingertips on one side of the body to touch ground on the opposite side of the body without falling over and without crossing your feet. So I'm balanced, I'm gonna touch and touch. The touch will help get your torso involved as opposed to just moving here where my shoulders aren't rotating. I want that. And the goal would be to keep your feet together without crossing. So I don't want this. I want that. Russian twist. Okay, we're throwing squat outs in today. These are a little bit abnormal, but it's a dynamic squatting variation, and the goal that I want you to shoot for is getting your fingertips to touch the ground. However deep you need to squat in to get that done. The big difficulty is going to be focusing on the knee bend and not the hip hinge. So I'm getting low enough that I can touch. I'm coming in, back out, and that's your squat out. In, out, squat outs.